Right now we got Martin Harris of Long Clawson. He was explaining to me about why it's Long Clawson, but tell us a little bit.
Okay, well, as the name suggests, Long Clawson Dairy is in the village of Long Clawson in Leicestershire. The village is very small, only several hundred inhabitants, and the dairy was started there in 1912 by a guy by the name of Thomas Ho Stevenson. He got a group of farmers together, 12 of them. They raised some money and they started a tiny dairy to make Blue Stilton. Because Blue Stilton at that time was usually made in the farmhouse. So there was lots of small artisanal producers, and he thought maybe he could get some farmers together to bring the milk to one point to a dairy. And they started Long Clawson. We still got the original minute books.
That's so cool.
From 1912, written in fountain pen in his own hand.
That's awesome.
And so the dairy today, we're still a farmers cooperative. Okay. We are the largest producer of Blue Stilton that you see before us. We have 37 of our own farms, and we collect milk from them on a daily basis. The farms are all within about 20 miles of the dairy, and we work very, very closely with the farmers. The quality of milk is absolutely vital to make the best cheese. So we have a lot of connection with the farmers themselves, and you know, if customers come to the dairy, we can show them the calf that becomes the cow, that gives the milk, that we make into cheese for the customers to sell and enjoy and the consumers to eat. So we are very, very proud of the history. We take tremendous care with food safety and quality. It's the byword of our business. And the business today is very successful. We export to 40 different countries. The USA is our most important market. We've exported to the USA for over 30 years now, and we're in a lot of the major upscale and high-end retailers. I mean, obviously with people like GFI, we've had long partnerships here for well over 20 years.
Makes such great cheeses.
Yeah, but you do a great job of distributing them as well. So we like to think of it as a symbiotic relationship, right? Really.
Well, so, tell us a little bit about some of the cheeses you have today.
There's two areas to our business. We have the traditional cheese making, so the Blue Stilton that you see in the middle, cow's milk cheese, pasteurized, virtually individually handmade in 18-pound whole wheels. And then these are filled into the molds. We put the mold in right at the start of the process into the milk, a Penicillium Roquefortii. We mill the curds, we fill the hoops by hand, we turn them every day and then every week. We pierce the cheese with needles to allow the air to grow and the mold to grow through the cheese. And then the beautiful example that you see before you here is about 14 weeks old. I actually brought this with me on the plane. We were short of stock, so we'd sold it all out. So I brought this with me, but it's a beautiful example of Blue Stilton. To the right of it is an aged Leicestershire Red.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, these are made individually. They're filled by hand into a mold. They're cloth bound. They're pressed and they're buttered. We seal them with butter on the outside to stop any moisture getting out or any mold in the middle. And then we slow age them at low temperatures for about 6 months. And you've got the most beautiful colour. And it's a very sweet, and it has a sweet cheese, but it has the most lovely flavour. It's very subtle, it's not very acidic. Sweet and nutty, I think, is the best way of describing it.
Now, I had heard at one point, or understand that, a lot of cloth bound, they use lard.
Well, cheddar. Yeah, cheddar, a lot of cheddars are wrapped in lard.
Okay.
But all the cheeses that we produce are suitable for vegetarians.
That makes sense.
So
okay.
if you coat cheese with lard, which is predominantly pig fat,
yes,
then vegetarians obviously are not happy about purchasing that. So that's
sense.
why we went, and we use a whey butter. So the whey comes from our cheese making process.
That's amazing.
So it's all part of the same process. And then in addition to the Blue Stilton, we also make White Stilton. White Stilton's a very young, fresh, clean cheese, very little salt, very simple cheese, but fantastic when blended with fruit. So you will see here we have White Stilton and cranberry, White Stilton and blueberry, White Stilton apricot. We also do mango and ginger. And these are great dessert cheeses, very sweet, lovely sprinkled on a salad with a bit of balsamic vinegar. And then we also do the spicy savoury. So we've got Cotswold here, classic cheese, registered trademark of Long Clawson.
It's amazing.
All Cotswold if it's made by Long Clawson. Double Gloucester chive and onion, lovely cheese, great melting cheese, great on burgers. Put it on a baked potato, put it into omelettes, superb. A newish one here, which is cheddar with a sweet chili relish. So not really as hot as some of the hatch chilies you get down in the deep south, but still a very nice flavour. And then a red Leicester with caramelised onion. Here, these are great melting cheeses, so you can use them on grilled cheese sandwiches, Philly steaks, that kind of thing. And none of the milk that we use has any form of BST in it. You know, the ruminant bovine somatotrophin, that was banned in the UK in the 1980s. So the majority of the cows that we have are out feeding on grass for about 8 to 9 months of the year. They only bring them in the winter. So none of the cheeses that we produce have any form of artificial colour. There's no preservatives in them. They're about as natural as we can get, which is very important now for most consumers.
That's amazing. Thank you very much. Don't forget to check out Clawson cheeses. I can tell you from my own personal experience, they are amazing. Thank you very much.
Superb. That was great. Thanks, fellas.